Welcome. The World is Too Much with Us was written by William Wordsworth, one of the key figures of the Romantic literary movement in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. The poem was composed around 1802 and later published in Wordsworth's collection titled Poems in two volumes in 1807. The background of the poem is important. The background of the poem is rooted in the social and environmental changes brought about by the first industrial revolution, which began in the late 18th century in England. This period saw significant advancements in technology, industry, and urbanization, leading to a shift from agrarian economies to industrialized societies. As a result, there was a notable impact on the environment with increased pollution, deforestation, and a general departure from a more agrarian and nature centric way of life. So, let us explain each line of the poem in detail. Let's start. The world is too much with us, late and soon. Wordsworth begins by stating that the world overwhelms us constantly, both in terms of time, late and soon, suggesting that this preoccupation is persistent. Getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. He criticizes the relentless pursuit of acquiring and spending, which, in his view, wastes our inner spiritual powers as we focus on materialistic endeavors. Little we see in nature that is ours. Wordsworth bemoans the lack of appreciation for nature, indicating that people fail to recognize and claim a meaningful connection with the natural world. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. The poet laments that society has sacrificed its emotional and spiritual depth for material gains, using the term sordid boon to describe this undesirable and morally questionable gift. The sea that bears her bosom to the moon. Wordsworth personifies the sea, describing it as revealing itself to the moon, highlighting the natural beauty that humans are neglecting. The winds that will be howling at all hours. He portrays the winds as persistent and powerful, emphasizing the constant presence of nature that is ignored and are upgathered now like sleeping flowers. The winds, symbolizing natural forces, are portrayed as collected or ignored, much like flowers that are unnoticed when they are dormant. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. Wordsworth argues that the world's beauty and harmony do not resonate with humanity. People are out of tune with the natural order. It moves us not. The poet concludes by stating that the beauty of nature fails to evoke an emotional response in people, indicating a profound disconnection. Great God, I would rather be a pagan suckled in a creed outward. In a moment of frustration, Wordsworth expresses a desire to be a pagan raised in an outdated belief system, suggesting that such a state might be preferable to the spiritual numbness of his contemporary society. So might I, standing on this pleasant lea, have glimpses that would make me less forlorn. The poet envisions that by standing in a beautiful meadow, he could experience moments of connection with nature, alleviating his sense of loneliness and sorrow. Have sight of Proteus rising from the sea. Wordsworth wishes to witness mythological and natural wonders like the sea god Proteus rising, which would evoke a sense of wonder and connection, or hear old Triton blow his wreathed horn. Triton, another sea god, blowing his horn symbolizes the poet's longing to hear the majestic and elemental sounds of nature. Let us focus on the last six lines again. So, in a moment of exasperation, Wordsworth expresses a desire to revert to a more primal state, preferring to be a pagan, adhering to an old and outdated creed. This suggests that the poet sees a certain purity and connection with nature in ancient belief systems. He imagines standing in a pleasant meadow and having glimpses of nature that would alleviate his sense of loneliness and forlornness. The poet wishes for extraordinary sights like witnessing Proteus rising from the sea, a mythical and awe inspiring image that would evoke wonder and connection. Triton, another sea god blowing his wreathed horn, symbolizes the desire to hear the majestic and elemental sounds of nature. So, in the sestet, Wordsworth vividly articulates his yearning for a return to a more harmonious relationship with nature. In 1 minute, I hope you understand that a sonnet is divided generally into an octave and a sestet. The first 8 lines are called octave, and the last 6 lines are called sestet. Okay, so the poet's discontent with the prevailing materialism and disconnection from the natural world is heightened, and he envisions moments of transcendence and wonder that could rekindle and the spiritual essence lost in the modern pursuit of wealth and consumption. Thank you. I hope the meaning of the poem is clear now. Thank you. Hit the like button and subscribe the channel for more.